Yeah, turn yours down. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, good evening. Welcome to the Eddie's Flowers Outreach Meeting. This meeting is via Zoom and it will be recorded. All participants other than Eddie's Flowers reps, please keep your mics on mute and we will take questions at the end of the presentation. All questions will be taken at the conclusion of the presentation, either by raising your hand or in the written questions in the chat room. Thank you for all, and I will now turn it over to David Murch of Eddie's Flowers.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary. My name is David Meck, and I am General Counsel and Secretary of Eddie's Flowers. And I'm here with Eddie Jamal right now, and hopefully we get Ruben on there and John. But for the time being, yeah, we just like to introduce Eddie's Flowers by a little video that we have, and then perhaps after that we can do some questions and answers. Just gives a brief overview of what we're about, answers hopefully some questions, but I'm sure we'll have a lot more when we're done. So I guess I could just share my screen at this point.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's the meeting anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
And here we go. Hey folks, welcome to Eddie's Flowers, December 1st, 2020 Community Outreach Meeting, right here in beautiful Ashburnham, Mass, and in homes on Zoom everywhere. My name is Dave Peck, and I'm General Counsel.
Not seeing the video.
Flowers, and we're so excited. I'm sorry? All about
Not seeing the video.
No?
Okay.
Okay. At 23 Ridge State Road in Ashburnham, Mass. Is my screen hooked in? I mean,
Now I can just see you, that's all.
okay, well, we probably have to, do we have to flip off my camera, or, you know what it is? If there's more than one person on here, I was told, I mean, I guess if I'm the only one sharing at the moment, the audio and video should come up. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the audio is gonna be any good for that. If let me try stopping the video. But Mary, do you have me hooked up? Or?
I do have it that you're able to share your screen.
Yeah, so I don't know. Let me try again.
David, did you click the bottom to share your screen?
I'm sorry?
Did you click the bottom to share your screen?
It's green.
Click it.
Okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay, so. Okay, well, where's my regular? I apologize, but. Okay, this should. Okay, here we go, hopefully. Are you kidding me? Says I have to install the Zoom audio device now, so I'm sorry. Or I could just send it to Mary. I could send the file, but it's kind of late now. Want to try on my computer with your phone?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. All right, we're gonna try this. Yeah.
Oh, it's working. Okay.
What's that?
That's.
Oh, that's my screen.
Yeah.
That is
Okay,
your
great.
screen.
Okay, but we don't have audio, but
There, when you first share your screen, there's a little box down in the left-hand corner that says share computer audio that you have
Yeah,
to check.
Yeah, I clicked that and then it
Oh.
said I needed to load Zoom audio from the internet.
Oh,
So,
don't
yeah.
know what that is.
but let me try it anyways. Let's see if we get any audio again. If not, I apologize. I tried to get this on YouTube. Can we see it anyways?
All we're seeing is your menu still.
No, up above,
Yeah. Oh,
one of the
Yeah.
icons.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, click on that Eddie's Flowers outreach meeting.
Right below your arrow.
Okay. Yeah.
December
Yeah.
1st,
Can you see it?
2020, Community Outreach Meeting.
No,
No.
Beautiful Ashburnham.
Yeah, but where it's not
Yeah.
sharing.
Everywhere.
That's strange. Wow. So it's just my
So-
screen.
That's your screen.
Okay, what? Okay, you know what? View, let me see. How about this? Now,
My
can you
name's
see it?
Dave Meck.
No. Try getting the meeting going first, and then when you go to
Eddie's
share
Flowers.
Can't see it.
screen,
We're so
choose that window.
Right, okay. I'm up here just to say new share. I mean, it says I am screen sharing. Okay,
Right, stop your screen sharing for
okay.
right now. then.
okay, okay,
Now open the video
okay.
on your computer, get it going,
Yeah, it's there.
and then go to screen share, and then click on the video that's running, or
Mhm.
at least open.
Eddie's Flowers, December 1st,
Yeah,
2020.
Yeah, pause it, pause the video,
So, yeah,
Right here.
then go to screen share
yeah.
and choose that
Back
video.
to it. Where is? Go. Screen share, share screen. Down the bottom, down the bottom, not this time, yeah.
So you should see a bunch of windows open. One of them should be
All
the
right,
video.
there we go. Now it's working. You know, believe me, you wouldn't believe me. I develop websites and stuff with programmers. But now it says, please install the Zoom audio device. This is great.
That's weird. Yeah, that's not gonna work, it looks like.
2000. Well, did you hear the audio before? I can play the
Oh,
video.
there,
What's that?
can see the video now.
Okay,
Okay, you can see the
So-
video maybe.
so you can,
Maybe.
okay, we're gonna put my audio on his phone. Hopefully we can all hear it.
Yeah, go to ashburnham-ma.gov,
Okay,
and then just, yeah, on your, just go to that Ashburnham town site. You've been on there before? Oh,
Right there.
yeah. Ashburnham, where is it? Mass.gov, there we go.
Are you?
Here we go.
Just mute your mic and just try playing it, see what happens.
Yeah, yeah, and see if it'll just come up. Okay. Where do I go? Marijuana? Information? I'm on the site. Okay, okay,
Yeah, that's not gonna.
Are you
okay, I'm on the Ashburnham site right now.
Are you mute?
No.
Sure. Can they hear you?
What? Can you hear me? No.
Yes, we can hear you. We can
Oh.
see the first screen, but No video's playing yet.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, so hopefully we can hear the video. Okay. Got it. Mm. Mm.
Beautiful Ashburnham, Mass. And in homes on
Can you
Zoom.
hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey folks, welcome to Eddie's Flowers, December 1st, 2020 Community Outreach Meeting, right here in beautiful Ashburnham, Mass. And in homes on Zoom everywhere. My name's Dave Meck, and I'm General Counsel and Secretary for Eddie's Flowers, and we're so excited to tell you all about our plans for our adult use marijuana facility located at 23 Ridge State Road in Ashburnham, Mass. This property is strategically located at a major crossroad in northern Worcester County and is perfectly zoned as a commercial green property pursuant to the
Are you seeing video?
zoning laws. But enough about me and this beautiful property. Let's meet the rest of the team.
My name is Eddie Jamal.
We're only seeing the first
Oh,
introduction
man.
screen.
Yeah, I know. That's Eddie's showing me that. Okay. How about now?
With one gas
There you
station.
go, right?
Now we own and operate seven.
State
Okay.
Road in Ashburnham,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mass.
All right, take two.
This property is strategically located at a major crossroad in northern Worcester County and is perfectly zoned as a commercial green property pursuant to the Ashburnham zoning laws. But enough about me and this beautiful property. Let's meet the rest of the team.
My name is Eddie Jamal. I'm the president of Eddie's Flowers. I started back in 2000 with one gas station. Now we own and operate 7 gas stations in Massachusetts and in Connecticut. And this is my smoke shop, Bogey's Smokers Club. The 3 secrets for any business to succeed is be honest and loyal and be there all the time. Hi, my name is Ruben Marks, and we're here at Urban in Jamaica Plain.
Ruben and his growing CBD company Herba are located in Boston's Jamaica Plain section, a disproportionately impacted community. And Ruben brings his 15 years of experience in manufacturing right to you in Ashburnham.
Hi, my name is John Wyman. I've been in Massachusetts since 2017, but prior to that, I worked in Oregon as a consultant for their adult use cannabis programs. I was a consultant for dispensaries and cultivation facilities, consulting on everything from hiring and standard operating procedure to pest and disease management and crop failure prevention. So I come from a construction background as well, so it's really neat to be able to work in this really beautiful post and beam building built by Bruce David, and they're going to incorporate a lot of the original build into the design of the interior. It's also going to be really exciting to work with a really great set of contractors on the site.
The setup of this property will allow us to perfectly vertically integrate our businesses. What's vertical integration? It's the combination of all of the aspects of the cannabis industry into one business.
So, yeah, vertical integration is very important because this way we can control the quality of our product.
And that is ever so important as we intend to sell our finished product right here at this beautiful post and beam building built by Bruce David. Just as important as quality is safety. And just as important as quality is safety. We will have separate points of ingress and egress, and the property is serviced by a stainless steel vault which has its own exit to the transition room. The product is then safely transferred to the sales area. Biometric door locks and constant video surveillance adds to the overall safety of this project. safety doesn't stop with our bud tenders who go through rigorous training backed by written protocols. And not only do we hire vets, but every new employee is vetted to ensure your safety and ours. And another vital part of our arsenal is the metric seed to sale tracking system. Metric offers seed to sale tracking of all aspects of the cannabis industry, including growth, processing, manufacturing, and sale. Metric is also designed to prevent diversion and the resulting criminal activity associated therewith. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your weed is? We do. Disability, not a problem. Meet Mickey Young. Mickey was injured when he had a stroke riding up the side of a mountain at 70 miles an hour during a hill climb event. That didn't stop Mickey, because our champion hill climber has the right stuff. Speaking of the right stuff, cannabis manufacturing might not be what you think it is. It's a little less like this and a little more like this.
We use natural ingredients here at Erva, and our processes are natural as well. We use a whole plant infusion technique. Whole plant infusion is when you brew the plant directly into carrier oils such as olive oil, MCT oil, coconut oil, and that makes great product. Three most important things about manufacturing are quality, consistency, and efficiency.
The flour is finally ground by a shredder before it is then introduced into the extraction system. It is then placed with alcohol into the sonicator to eradicate more impurities, which the next system of winterization also helps. Filtered again, then the alcohol is taken out, then it's decarboxylated, inspected, and detected. What you have is beautiful 100% extract. This will all take place on the second floor of our beautiful facility. We've chosen to grow with greenhouse light deprivation, the American model, because with New England winters and the winters in Ashburnham, we're going to need all the help we can get from American ingenuity. With automatic light deprivation, we can simulate the seasons and maximize our growth potential. With our own public water supply and plenty of power, we're ready to take on what Mother Nature brings us.
The water consumption for a facility of this size is roughly 2,805 gallons per day. It sounds like a lot, but that allows us to have 10% runoff, which is what the plants need to keep the nutrients out of the medium on a safe level for optimum growth. We'll be using state-of-the-art odor control for our building, and because our environment is a closed growing system, no air or odor will be escaping.
And oh yeah, one more thing. Our security staff is partially made up of ex-military and military, and we are weapons free. Thanks for listening.
So, yeah, that's it. Hello. So, basically that's our premise of what we're going to do. We did check the water system, the public water supply that we do have is more than adequate to give us, what we need for our daily uses. The power is, we've been, that's what we're going to be talking about with the electric department. But, we've been told that, because of the nature of the greenhouse and stuff, with light deprivation and stuff, it's, we should be within the parameters that they can supply us. And there's a couple others going up too, so we know there's power. Yeah, we use about, we have a capacity of about 4.5 gallons an hour for water supply. So Northland Engineers and some RJ inspections, they told us we should be pretty good as far as intake and runoff. And part of that as well, we're going to have a 5,000 gallon tank for any runoff. So, I think we have a pretty good team. We have, as far as the contracting, I know Bruce David is going to, definitely would love to have him work with us. And, we're talking with some other GCs and, basically, it's going to be with our John Wyman, who has, been with me for over a couple of years. His, his capacity for the construction is amazing. He's right now working on a major Publix supermarket chain, doing, large scale renovations. And he's done that, and he's done farming out in Oregon. So he's a great guy to have help run our operations. I don't know if anyone has any specific questions about, either aspect of what we're doing.
Thank you, David, for the presentation. I'll open it up at this time if anyone has any questions. I am not seeing any questions. Another chance.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, this is Lauren Shell. I don't have my picture there. I don't know how to get on, but it doesn't matter, that part.
Go right ahead.
You said something about your adequate public water supply. What water supply are you speaking of?
We have yeah, it was a new term to me as well. Even if it's on a private property, it's a well, they call it a public water supply. And because of the capacity that it has, it meets the criteria of that. And that's what I've, learned. That's what I understand that to be. But it's actually 100-foot well. Radius in the middle of our property is actually our well, right in the center. And as you can see in our plan, and basically it's a private well, but called a public water supply.
And using that much water every day, how does this going to affect the neighbors? I'm a close neighbor to this property. I'm an abutter of Bruce David's property. And I have just, I'm an old lady with an old well.
Right.
And it sometimes is impacted when things get going low and running a lot.
Right, like that's definitely one of the things we'll do. And before the town even gives us any kind of a permit, we'll have to resolve issues like that. If we need to, we'll have it all tested and make sure
it's
not gonna adversely impact the property.
It's a major issue.
Absolutely, and the water is a huge issue. Runoff, I mean, especially with the the situation of global warming or climate change, anyways. It's a big issue too with runoff, especially in the hills. And I understand that. And
what is the plan for the runoff from there? Because there is a lot of wetlands around here, and they all feed into one of the major rivers that goes to a major water supply somewhere. And the pond that I live on actually could be affected by runoff from there also. That was discussed previously with a previous project that was brought up.
Right. Actually here, there's any runoff is going to be collected in our tank. We have a 5,000 gallon holding tank. So it's basically in a closed system. You know, we're not going to be putting anything back into the environment.
Where does it go then?
We pay to have it, you know, taken away. There's companies that do that. So it's, yeah, definitely not going back in the ground. You know,
And have you done a feasibility study on this, if it would be worth your trouble? Because you said major crossroads. I don't know if I would exactly call it a major crossroad.
well, you know, it serves, you know, 2-3 states, and more people coming from Boston eventually are heading up that way. So, you know, I think looking at the future as well, and I think it's going to get the traffic wise anyways, it's just going to get better and better. You know, so people from New Hampshire can come down at this point and enjoy any product in Massachusetts. Well, you know, we're right next to 2 beautiful recreation areas as well. So, yeah, you know,
What consideration do you give to the recreation areas and the fact that there's generally a lot of young kids groups and stuff that go climb the mountain and hike around and all that business?
Yeah, well, actually, you know, I'm a lawyer. I've litigated bar premises liability cases for years. Good friend of mine and someone I use as a witness actually invented Identiscan. That's the thing that everybody uses now to when you hit your license. The gentleman that I work with and a good friend of mine invented that. So, you know, as far as and you know, diversion and any influences on minors, you know, we're ahead of them, and we're a little older and a little wiser. And, you know, we found, you know, with places that we've run, we've, you know, been able to handle it okay. And we can still educate. And, but if we need to, we can eradicate.
David, we do have a question. Where will the placement of the greenhouses be in regards to the existing buildings? You can kind of give a brief description on that?
Sure.
Hey, David, could you stop sharing your screen?
Okay, yeah.
Or I might suggest actually put a map up there so that we can see the site.
Oh.
Okay, sure.
Something that's useful to talk to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Cool. United Conservation. I will, I'll ask him. Can people hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
What, can I ask questions as we wait for the map there?
Sure.
Yeah.
Couple things. What do you anticipate the hours of the operation being for retail?
Like 8:30 till 8 or 9 at night. Probably not anywhere, you know, past 9. I know some in Springfield are open till 10 or so, but I think they're
7
open
days
till
a week?
9. They're actually open 9 o'clock.
7 days a week?
Yeah, usually it would be 7 days a week. Yeah.
Yep. What do you, with that, what kind of customer, what do your daily head count expect to be for retail?
It depends. It's going to be less than a busy package store or liquor store in Springfield. Probably you can get an average of 120, you know, to 200 visitors a day. Average has been 125. You know, studies have done. But you know, you're streamlined. You set it up. You have people coming in one way, going out the other. And you know, security is the most important thing. But
How many?
you know,
I'm sorry, go
you-
ahead.
I'm sorry. No, but if you look at other working dispensaries and other retail stores, it's, you know, it's not a crazy free for all like you saw in Northampton that was the first one to open. But other than that, you know, it's really just like another business. You know, you'll see it as, you know, it's a good addition. It's becomes a center for, you know, this of social activities as well. You know, that area is perfect for it too. It's just, you know, creates a community more than it's being a hindrance. So.
What about, based on that retail count, how big is the parking lot gonna be? What do you have for spaces allotted?
About 25 spaces. Hang on.
They're all paid?
That's whatever the town requires, probably. Yeah, I mean, with the traffic we would have, it definitely be paved.
So if you're gonna, if you do a parking area with a paved parking lot for 25 spaces, I would think that the planning commission is gonna recommend, require some sort of detention basin for erosion from traffic, you know, rain, snow, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So that'll be included.
Yeah, you know,
Are you to a point
you know, Eddie's actually been involved with a lot of gas station construction of his gas stations and stuff, and you know, he understands the issues that we have to you know, adjust, and you know, especially any of these businesses, there's going to be a lot of things that we never anticipated that will come up that we're going to have to deal with. So,
Yep.
you know, we're ready for
What
that.
about-
You know, and we're you know, we work with the town, not, you know, we're not just
Yeah.
trying to get in for whatever way we can do it and to save a buck. It's not how we roll.
Sure. Another quick one comes to mind.
I just can't get my computer to work.
You've been in the business, so you know what competition is out there. So I have a question. What is down the street from you in Ashby? There's a building that used to be a Jason Madigan building down there. It was a plastics or some sort of machine shop many years ago. It's now got a name on it, United Cultivation. Is that
Right.
a direct competitor for you?
I don't think so. I mean, cultivators, no, actually, there's not enough cultivators in Mass, and there won't be for quite a long time. It's just been, you know.
You don't know what that operation is.
There's right there. I think they're one of the, that could be the CBD growers, is the one you're talking about. Which CBD is, you know, there's a lot of it everywhere. Or is that one of the two that have applied for host agreements? I'm not sure which one that is, but if
Just wondering
you
what it
know,
was.
I don't see anyone being in this business. If there were 3 stores, you know, 4 stores in the area, I mean, it's good for business. You draw more people from the, so.
And
Yeah,
what's
I
the
mean-
square footage of the 3 greenhouses you got going up?
There's just one greenhouse, and it's we're only doing a 7,500 square foot grow. The whole greenhouse is 10,000 square feet, but that's going to include prep rooms, vegging rooms, you know, a tool room, and you know, you know, rooms to decontaminate your clothes before you go into the area. You need to be sterile.
So it's all going to be soil related. It's all soil
Yeah.
borne, nothing hydroponically or anything.
No hydroponic right now for the first year. We're just going to do soil and see what happens.
Next 3 crops a year.
That's conservative. You can get 4. I mean, people do more, but you lose quality. So we're looking at conservatively 3 a year, which would bring in about 9. I'm sorry?
I was going to say, what would your yield be annually then on the crop?
It'd be $9 million. So, you know, per It's 7,500 square feet. So that would be, it depends, it all depends. For indoor greenhouse, you can get a 2 or 3 pounds of plant. Out in California, outside, sometimes you only get a pound of plant. So it's all, greenhouse is great because it's light depth. It's, you really create the seasons. You can play with the plant. And these new greenhouses are amazing. They're automatic. It's all computerized as well. I've dealt with a couple other companies that were in the forefront of growing, remotely cloud ponics. You might have heard of them. That we were the first store in the country in a retail store that I own that dealt with them. And so, yeah, I mean, it's it's an amazing new technology mixed with old technology, the sun. And we do have some lighting that we haven't really talked about, but it's kind of top secret, but it does a lot more with prism effects from the sun. So even when we don't have a lot of light, we have these lights and they actually work with the sun as well. So, we're pretty excited about that.
David, were you having a little bit of an issue? You can't stop sharing your screen?
Oh, yeah, I can.
If we could just maybe touch on that question, if you can't come up with a map, maybe just give a.
Oh, no, my map is there. Hang on. Can you see it now?
No.
I got a green phone outline of a icon phone.
Now you have to stop sharing and then share again for the map.
Sure. Okay. So now share. And
Yeah, I got it.
How's that?
It's loading. There you go.
Okay, so the first question is where the greenhouse is going to be and
Right.
relevant to the building that exists.
Right. So this is the just the site plan I had, and the video is the other, and I do have the other plan, but we have this up. So right here on the other side of the well, back here would be the greenhouse.
Oh yeah.
And the parking is on the side over here, and then there's for the store, the parking would be on the side and a little bit in front. But all the employee parking would be back here, and so like I said, it's completely enclosed. We have a waste tank, plenty of water.
I got a question about the water.
Hold on one minute, Steve. We did get another question in regards to the greenhouse. Has anyone taken in any consideration on the view from being up on Mount Watatic with the white greenhouse?
Doesn't have to be white.
It could be green.
It could be green. It can be, camouflage. They make them.
I think people are just concerned about the view once you're at top.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't put something white and ugly. No, we're good with that. Yeah.
Go ahead, Steve. Didn't mean to interrupt.
The water, it's going to be a drip irrigation system. It's just like a drip irrigation per plant. You'll be feeding it.
Yeah.
Yep. And you say 4.5 gallons an hour.
4.5 gallons an hour. Yeah.
And that's for the house, for the whole house.
That's for the well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's what? It's under 1,000 gallons a day, I think you said.
Yeah, it depends. When what's veg and what's what, but it's I think it was 2,000 a day.
2,000.
Yeah.
Well, you might want to check on that in terms of what the town, the Neshoba board originally approved, but.
What's that?
That's for you to. When the property was built, I think Neshoba said that they were going to limit the owner to 1,100 gallons a day usage.
Okay.
Out of that. Or I might, it's been a while.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not poo-pooing anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh no, I know. It's interesting. No, it's.
And then it could have been related to septic, but I think it was related to water usage. Right. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, if it's something that's there and, we need to find it.
What about how do you, not knowing, how concentrated is the scent or the aroma of the fragrance from the operation?
Oh, the,
Is it noticed by the abutters?
yeah, no, you wouldn't even know it's there. It's all, it's, you know, the system is all internal now. It's nothing really, even the greenhouses now, nothing is exhaust. It's
Yeah.
all, you know, it's all done internally with carbon, but there's a lot more to it than the old filters. I mean, now they have whole room ionization treatment. So
Yeah.
it's really, nothing really comes out. You wouldn't even know it's there. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
that
think-
goes through with, you know, even the manufacturing upstairs. Once you close the doors and get things pumping, you just don't know anything's there.
Yep. And you're gonna, I'm looking at the plot plan, but we will have engineered plans down the road as meetings continue.
Right.
For sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we had actually had an engineer who had our plans, speaking of plans, for 2 months. Then things, right after that happened, something happened, he couldn't do it. And then the COVID thing happened. So we're back on track. And we do have, yeah, we have the architect on board for the, you know, the building. And we're talking, we have someone else who we're going to have do the site plan. So, you know, any input anyone wants to have, you know, and if it's just not going to work, if something, you know, someone says, hey, you can't do it because of this, and that's the case, you know, we're not going to start a holy war, you know, in the town to get anything done. We're, you know, just going to, you know, just try and work with the town. You know, it's not like we're out. The first,
Yeah.
you know, the first thing is not the money. It's, you know, it's taking care of people. Basically, that's why I got into this business.
No,
So
I think,
we're not going to start fighting and go to court and all that stuff over, you know, whatever works, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Could I
Go right ahead.
can I make a comment?
Sure.
I'm a little bit worried about the impact on the neighborhood. I grew up in that neighborhood, and it's a very generational, going way back, old Finnish neighborhood. Most people come out to Ashburnham to enjoy the lake, the country feel of it. I just have big concerns about the impact on that particular neighborhood and Billy Ward Pond and the other lakes that feed out, you know, out of that water system, as to the impact it's going to have not only on the environment, but also on the, I guess the right word would be the standard of living that the people there live there for. It's one thing to have a country store that has breakfast, and there was an ice cream store across the street at one time that kind of feeds into that ambiance. But now when you have a marijuana growing facility and dispensary, it changes the whole thing. And I was just wondering if you could comment on that.
Okay, well, I mean, actually, if you look at a lot of, you know, and especially out west, a lot of the locations are in residential areas, and actually is shown crime goes down. And it's not, you know, your neighborhood, you know, thugs going to buy, you know, weed. This has been medicine. It's, you know, it's people who live down the street who are coming to buy this. This is not, you know, a tourist attraction. We're not looking at that. We're looking to service a town. There's a lot of people with debilitating conditions that only use certain types of marijuana or high CBD products. So that's what we look at it as, more of a part of the neighborhood, and instead of being something that's an intrusion. So that's what we're going to try and do.
Thank you.
Okay. Are there any other questions at this time?
Hello?
Hello?
I'm back again. I just have one more question. I was just hearing on the news this morning that the law may be that people can have marijuana delivered to their homes rather than having to go out and run to the store to buy it. And no matter where they're coming to from town to this area is on the very edge of town. So it's a little jaunt to get there. So just like with a pizza, why would you take a 6-mile ride when you can call them up and have it delivered?
Right. Actually, that's the whole debate that's going on now. There's an attempt, you know, to introduce into the Massachusetts law to have anyone can be a delivery service. You don't have to be a source such as an adult use store or a grower.
Right. Well,
and
that's what I was hearing
so,
this morning.
yeah, it's definitely coming to a head right now. So basically, as a retailer, and a manufacturer, we would have the right to deliver anyways. That's part of why we would do a store. I mean, and that's, a good reason, an answer part way too, as someone said, well, why would you do it up here? It's a slow area. That's true, but it's delivery as well. So, that's why I like Ashburnham. I love the area. It's beautiful. So I wasn't looking at it, oh, it's not enough business. We're looking at delivery. Eventually it's going to end up being mail delivery. It's going to be, this business changes so much. We're looking at this thing, and in 5 years, it's going to be a whole nother world. So we're just trying to keep up with it. They're taking THC out of CBD now and legally selling it. So it's like, maybe these licenses, everyone still wants to, everyone says these licenses aren't going to be worth anything, but everyone wants their regular old THC Delta 9 medicine because it is a medicine. So there's a time and a place for everything. And I think we'll be all right.
Thanks. Could I just ask one more question? I don't know if you're even the one I should be asking this to, but how many facilities does a town in Massachusetts allow in one town or city? Well, cities, I'm not even really concerned about cities. I'd say towns, smaller areas.
Right. It's goes by, for retail stores, it goes by the number of liquor licenses. So it's like 20%, I believe, of the amount of liquor licenses. So if you have 10 in-store licenses, then you could have, 2 or whatever the ratio is. Now, the thing is, if you have a town where there's only one liquor license, they'll give, if they bump it up to 2.
One liquor license, they bump it up to
2. Yeah.
2 for marijuana, or 1 for liquor and 1 for marijuana?
No. It's just the base amount of marijuana stores, retail stores, on how many liquor licenses the town has.
So if the town has 1, they might allow 2?
They would allow 2. If you have.
Do you know, I'm just starting to look into this myself because this is
Sure.
kind of the first I've heard of it. Do you know, or does someone from the town know how many other facilities there are in town? Because if you look on the website, it says there's one on Youngs Road and there's another one. I don't know if these are running or proposed, or does
Right.
anyone know how many there are in town already?
I believe there's 2 that have done their community outreach meetings, 2 or 3. Yeah, for 1 or 2 for manufacturing and 3 for growing. So far, I don't know about any other retail as applications, as far as I know, but and as
So
far
out
as,
of all the applications, they would only pick maybe 2 if they have 1 liquor license for town?
that's probably the most you could, the town can always change that. You have to do it, through the town. But, the only
Okay,
thing the town can't change is being like, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying I could probably ask the town board, the town committee that, but like I said, I'm just starting to get into this, so just asking questions. Thank you.
Sure. No, thank you.
Are there any other questions at this time?
I got one last one, I guess.
Okay.
What do you hope the time frame for you to be up and running is? 1 year, 1 month, 3 years?
From the time we get the, community host agreement, it's usually about another 10, 11 months before you get your provisional license. So, hopefully we're going to break a record.
So that permission to license, is that the building portion of it? And then you're opening the door?
Pretty much everything. You're all set. You're ready to go. Then they'll finally do another re-inspection.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Cannabis control? Yeah. Well, where do you stand with the Cannabis Control Board? How does that all fit into it?
Excuse me. Actually, until we get I found this out the hard way. Until you get a host agreement, you can only get so far with the Cannabis Control Commission. You can't really get far at all. You're personal information. So as soon as, that's what we're waiting on is, if we get a community host agreement, then that's when they have 90 days to initially deny or grant it. So that's when it triggers the time frame.
Okay, great.
David, we have a question on security. Are you envisioning 24/7 security, or how's your security makeup?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, you don't leave those places alone. So, yeah, that's the thing. We're going to be a big presence, but not like an armed presence in the neighborhood or on the property. We don't allow weapons. So, and these guys that we're going to be working with don't need weapons. So, yeah, we're going to be 24/7. It's the lighting is it's not going to be intrusive to the neighbors, but there's a certain type of lighting that you come out with now that will adequately light the area but not light up the whole neighborhood. And as well, we're going to be patrolling 24/7, the perimeters, just like you would anything else that has a valuable cargo. So yeah, we'll be there.
We did just get a question on lighting. How much lighting is going to be in the parking lot where hikers climb out Waitatic to watch
Right.
the sunrise?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's what I was just saying, this new type of lighting, it just really lights the area, but it doesn't, create that nuisance type pollution.
All right, thank you.
Doesn't light the sky, lights the downlit product.
Right.
That
Right.
uses.
And it's, it's, a lot of that lighting too, it's different, types, of the light is actually different. So it doesn't bounce off with stuff in the atmosphere as much and all that technical stuff. Yep, you're right.
Do I have any more questions?
Okay, I got one more that just popped into my head. When there was a motel being proposed for that area previously, it was brought up that in order to have that, they would have to have a cistern for fire. Do you have that anywhere in your plans, or has that been discussed?
For the
For
motel.
fire, in case there was a fire?
Yeah. No one actually did. And
Well,
yeah,
it
I think
will.
we're we're looking at manufacturing. It's more like a kitchen. You're making food and food products. So, and the greenhouse itself, it definitely is an issue. You would have fire suppression equipment in there. But as
Would you
far
have-
as, a hotel or something, yeah, I'd want, a fire department next to me.
Because there is no
I don't think there's any.
fire hydrants out that way,
All right, okay. Well,
They
that's a
talked
good-
about that needing I guess it would be like another huge tank to hold water. In
I mean,
case.
yeah, whatever's needed, because we don't want to, you can't overuse the water that you do have there too. So,
Right.
yeah, I mean, my brother-in-law actually is a water guy down the Cape, so we used to talk about this stuff a lot. So, and I get it, and whatever we need to do, it's just interesting to me. I'm interested in
Well,
that.
it just popped into my head because it had been brought up when there was discussion on a previous project.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. So, yeah, I'm glad, thank you for leading me the way. I'll, look more into it
Okay,
now.
thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any additional questions? All right, hearing none at this time. David, if you want to just give an exit speech and we can close this meeting.
Okay, sure. No, first of all, I appreciate all of your time tonight and in the past weeks for, helping out, and hopefully keep pointing us in the right direction. And I just want to say, anybody who wants to, contact us, my email is gignation@gmail.com. You can, call me, Dave, Dave Mack, anytime you want. Just ask me directly. We want to work with everyone and just do what we can and do it well. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time. I will conclude this meeting at this time.
Okay, thank you, Mary.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.